So, just wanted to give my thoughts on the new Nations Championship that's set to kick off mid-year next year. As a general rule, really like the idea. It brings context to the mid-year test and the November tests, as opposed to one-offs or two test series, which can often end 1-1 and then nobody wins, like the series against Ireland last year. I mean, it was primed for a third and deciding test there, which I suppose in a way is this weekend's game. Let's just say that it's a year and a few months apart, but the third test takes place this weekend. And let's be real, Ireland have been our one bogey team, especially during Russie's time. We've got a negative record against them over the last however many matches, where previously they hadn't lost to us until, when was it? I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. But Ireland have been very good. Unfortunately for them, they just don't win stuff. And when I say stuff, World Cups, World Cup quarterfinals. But they were very good against Australia. But of course, Australia, they've been a bit offish on this tour. I mean, 3 consecutive losses. I don't know what the situation is with Joe Schmidt. He was going to stop after the Lions tour, then after the Rugby Championship, and now he's on this tour. So, I mean, is he going until the next World Cup? It was looking like a great choice, but I think he's just struggling for depth. If you consider the depth that England now, and the Boks, of course, and France have, Australia always struggle with that. Anyway, our first match is against England. Now, I wish that we were playing them in possibly our second or third game mid-year, as opposed to the first game, because all they have to do is simply fly down from London, straight down to South Africa. So it's an easy flight for them, as opposed to going to Fiji for their second game. I mean, how many connecting flights, maybe someone can tell me, do you need from South Africa to Fiji? And then their third game is in Argentina. I'm sure there's at least 2 or 3 flights to get to Argentina from Fiji. So the Northern Hemisphere teams have a big disadvantage, because when we go there, like we are there now, I mean, it's an hour or 2 from city to city. So the travel's really not an issue. Look, I think over the years, we've got easily a positive record as far as Southern Hemisphere teams are in the Northern Hemisphere, and they have a negative record, a severely negative record, just in general, even if they just come and play in one country. I imagine how difficult it's going to be flying, literally circumnavigating the globe. So, tough for them, but hey, that's their problem, I suppose. But I do like the structure of it. We get to play all 6 nations teams, and we're basically going to have the same tour as we did now, because we're playing Italy and France and Ireland away, and then Scotland, Wales and England at home. So I suppose the cards had to fall one way or another. Some of the other teams also equally difficult. I mean, flying to Japan and Argentina and Fiji, and it's going to be tough for them. I think France have it all right, because they play Australia, New Zealand and Japan, so that's all kind of in one time zone. So I think they drew the good end of the stick there. But I also like that it's not every year. I do like when things are rare, like the Lions tour. Imagine if that was every year or every 2 years. It just wouldn't be as special. It makes it even more special for the host country, because it's every 12 years. The World Cup, it can't be every year or every 2 years. 4 years is a good cycle. The greatest rivalry that's starting next year, it's only every 4 years, etc, etc, etc. So that is a good thing. And even the Rugby Championship, despite the fact that it was a great one this year, maybe it will make it more special if it isn't every year. Of course, rugby's greatest championship, or so-called, the 6 Nations, well, that has to be every year, because that's so amazing, because the teams they produce keep winning lots of World Cups. Oh wait, they've only ever won one World Cup. Shouldn't rugby's greatest championship produce World Cup winners on a regular basis? I I mean, otherwise, what's the freaking point of it? Just so you can do your own little thing, your little closed shop. Screw you, Georgia, we don't need you, even though you give us a scare once in a while. On that note, Fiji, at least the next rugby championship has got to be included. And maybe Japan as well. And a promotion relegation system with maybe the Pacific Nations Cup. Come on, people, let's get it done. Because Fiji and the way they play is great for the game. And I really think they would add massive value to the rugby championship if it's going to continue to exist. But maybe you don't mess with a good thing, because it was good this year. Anyway, so Nations Championship next year, I like it. England, I think Scotland, then Wales, and then France, Ireland, Italy at the end of the year. And then there are knockout matches. So 6th place plays 6th place from the north and south, 5th versus 5th, etc., etc. Over 3 days in London. I wonder where in London. That'll be interesting. They didn't specify stadium. You'd think Twickenham, but Tottenham Hotspur Stadium possibly. I'm thinking they just say London because they're still negotiating or deciding on that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the whole thing. And but before that, I'm really looking forward to the World Cup draw in a couple of weeks' time. Because, you know, whether you ended 1st or 6th basically means absolutely nothing, because you just go into one band, and everyone that ended 7th to 12th is in one band. So we, who are easily the best team in the world now, even shown by the world rankings and the points that are assigned, could play the team at 7th. And actually we should play the team that's 12th. Just 1 versus 12, 2 versus 11, easy, simple. Don't overcomplicate things. Anyway, the last 2 World Cups, we've had tough pools, we've lost games and then still won the World Cup, so I'm actually not that concerned, to be honest. Well, that's it for me, poolside, our weekly poolside chat. But yeah, I'm glad World Rugby is getting innovative.